you ever notice how the word discipline just sounds scary? Like the moment someone says it, your brain instantly goes, oh no, this is about waking up at 5 a.m., eating boiled broccoli and doing push-ups until I cry? Yeah, we've all been there. But here's the thing. Discipline isn't a punishment. It's actually freedom in disguise. Wait, freedom? Yup. The thing that sounds like rules and restrictions is actually the thing that sets you free. Let me explain before you click away and grab that bag of chips. Think of your life like a car. Now, discipline is not the brake. It's the steering wheel. Without it, you don't go where you want. You just roll wherever gravity takes you, probably into a ditch of bad habits, procrastination, and unfinished goals. See, punishment is when you're forced to do something unpleasant for messing up, but discipline is choosing to do something hard now so your life becomes easier later. That's a big difference. Here's a simple example. Imagine you have a friend named Jake. Jake hates waking up early. He says, I'm a night owl, but Jake also complains every morning about being late, tired, and stressed. So one day he decides to set a 7 a.m. alarm. No snoozing, no excuses. The first few mornings, total disaster. He's a zombie. He tries to make coffee but forgets to add water. He's walking around with toothpaste on his face. But after a week, something weird happens. Jake's mornings start feeling calm. He's no longer rushing. He has time to think. He eats breakfast like a civilized human. And he realizes, wow, this feels pretty good. That's the magic of discipline. It looks painful at first, but it's actually the ticket to peace. Discipline is like brushing your teeth. If you skip it, nothing terrible happens today. But keep skipping it, and one day you're paying a dentist a small fortune while crying in the chair. Consistency saves you from chaos. Here's the funny part. People think discipline limits their freedom. They say, I don't want a strict schedule. I just want to live freely. But you can't be free if you're a slave to your impulses. If you can't say no to scrolling on your phone for just 5 more minutes, that's not freedom, that's a trap. Real freedom is when you're in control. When you decide what to do, not your mood, not your cravings, not your laziness. Let's take an example from something simple. Money. If you spend every dollar you earn on things you don't need because you only live once, guess what? You'll live once. And broke. But if you practice financial discipline, budgeting, saving, investing, your future self will thank you while sipping coffee somewhere beautiful, not worrying about bills. That's freedom. Here's another one. Health. Going to the gym or eating clean might feel like punishment at first. You're sweating, you're sore, and your friends are out eating pizza while you're munching on salad like a sad rabbit. But fast forward 6 months. Your body feels stronger, your mind sharper, and your energy higher. That's freedom from fatigue, freedom from regret, freedom from I wish I had taken care of myself. Discipline is the quiet friend that never gets enough credit. It doesn't show off. It doesn't scream. But it builds your life brick by brick. Think about musicians, athletes, writers, anyone who's great at something. They're not lucky. They're just consistent. They practiced when it wasn't fun, showed up when no one was watching, and built habits that later gave them freedom to perform, to create, to live on their own terms. And let's be honest, discipline isn't easy. If it were, everyone would have 6-pack abs, a savings account full of cash, and a Nobel Prize. But it's simple. It's just about doing small things every day, even when you don't feel like it. Don't wait for motivation. Motivation is that unreliable friend who says, I'll pick you up at 6, Moricon, and then text you at 6:30 saying, sorry bro, can't make it. Discipline is the friend who actually shows up. So next time your alarm goes off and your bed feels like heaven, remind yourself, discipline isn't punishment, it's freedom. You're not suffering, you're investing. You're buying yourself peace, confidence, and a life where you're in charge. Because real freedom isn't doing whatever you want, it's having the power to do what's right for you. And maybe, just maybe, when you start seeing discipline that way, you'll stop fighting it and start using it. So go ahead, set that alarm, write that page, take that walk, say no to the easy thing and yes to the right thing, because discipline doesn't lock you up, it unlocks you. Discipline isn't a cage, it's the key. If you loved it, like, share, and let me hear your thoughts.